Hello everybody, it's Manny here today and it's Wednesday, so I thought I'd upload. Sorry for, that. See, mine's all nice and done, but, my brother had to go to school in the morning, so he just left without doing it. I went to school too, but then I got back and did it, so. Today's topic is laughter. In my life right now, one of my friends is going through some really tough times. So, instead of talking about how tough life can be, because we all know how tough life is, I'm gonna talk about laughter. A couple of years ago, I was a senior in high school, and laughter was a big part of my personality. I'm not gonna... Well, I guess I should bring it up. I'm going to do it anyway. I wanted to win the senior vote for best laugh, and unfortunately that didn't happen. I went to a guy whose laugh was literally this. I'm sorry if you're watching it. I'm sorry if whoever won it is watching it. But his laugh was like, So, I'm guessing that was a popularity contest, because everybody that voted for me was, like, super enthusiastic about it. I did win Most Likely to Be on Broadway, so, still got my hopes on that. But, anyway, I got a random message today. Well, not random, but I wasn't expecting it. Kind of, you could say I was kind of in a down mood, and it was like, hey Manny, I miss your laugh, you should like take a video of your laugh and send it to me. And my big thing was always, when everybody asked me, or when anybody asked me if I could laugh for them, I would always say, you know, I can't artificially produce laughter, but I'm going to tell you a couple stories and maybe get some laughter going. I'm going to try to get some laughter in me going, and maybe some laughter in you. My French class in high school wanted to put my laughter on like a chain of laughters, that they laugh because they hear the other people laughing, or something like that. It was weird, but so presented to you today by laughter. Okay, my first story is when I was in, let me remember right, I was definitely 5th grade. I was definitely in 5th grade. I had a skateboard, and that was when the Tony Hawk games were like super popular. I was not Tony Hawk, as you can probably tell. I learned how to like stand on it without falling and kind of go a little bit, but then I took it a little bit too far. One time I didn't live kind of close to a skate park, so I was kind of wanting to try some cool tricks. So we went on like the neighborhood playground, and it had a slide and stuff and swings. So my brother and I both had a skateboard, by the way. That's important that I mention that. So I saw the slide, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to use this as a ramp. I'm going to like get on top of it and go down and see if I can do some cool tricks. Which I didn't know how to do any tricks at this point at all, but, you know, you have to start somewhere. So, I'm like, hey, my brother's name is Tony, so I'm like, hey, Tony, you want to get on top of this slide and, go down it and, see what happens? And, like, he's like, okay. So he went up there, and we didn't even stand on the boards, which was, like, the most embarrassing part. We, like, sat on the board. So he sat on his board, and he went down. And, like, it was fine. So I'm like, okay, that looked kind of cool. It looked fun. So these slides were, like, not metal. It was, like, a yellow slide that was, like, made of plastic. And in 5th grade, I was already kind of a little big. So then I got up at the top of the slide, and I sat on the board. And my feet were, like, in the front of the board, kind of, a little bit sticking out to the side. And as soon as I went down, the slide, like, if here was the slide, it's like, it didn't snap because it didn't break, but it bended over, and I fell towards the side, and I landed right on my ankle, and I'm like, and I'm like breathing all hard and stuff. So then my brother's like, oh, are you okay? And I'm like, dude, it's gonna go away in like 5 minutes, and it didn't. So I mean, yeah, that is how I spent the next 2 months on crutches in 5th grade, which isn't as funny as I thought it would be. That actually kind of hurt. Well, the next story is kind of more funny to me. Sorry. Okay. So this next story is about I was in a okay, already thinking about it, it got me kind of laughing a little bit. I was in a choir. I'm not gonna say, you know, which year, which whatever. I was just in a choir class. And as the teacher's talking, I see this girl kind of go like, so I'm like, oh, okay, she's tired. She's just kind of closing her eyes a little bit, kind of dozing off. And then I look over again, and she's like, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And like this choir teacher doesn't even notice. And so yeah, my teacher didn't even notice at all. And like she's just straight sleeping, just passed out. So I was like looking around awkwardly around the room, and then I caught eye with one of the altos. So like we caught eye, and I just like started automatically laughing, and I couldn't even deal. I don't even know how to keep telling the story because, okay, so I caught eye with this alto and I started laughing. The teacher's still talking, but he's still not noticing it because like the way it was set up, she was like to his left. So yeah, and then we stand up to sing, and I'm like, okay, now he's gonna notice because she's gonna stay seated. Wrong. Maybe she was an expert sleepwalker because I do not kid you. When this girl stood up, she was like. We really did. She just stood there in the next song, just like this, with her head down, and I was like, okay, there is no way this teacher's not noticing now. Or maybe he did and just let her go with it, but here's this girl, like, and I am laughing my head off, like, I can't even sing. I'm like, I have my sheet music, like, in front of my face, and I can't even look, because as soon as I look, I can see the other girl laughing. I know I'm gonna laugh, because apparently you get the giggles when you're not supposed to be laughing, but when you can is when you laugh the most. So maybe that brought a smile to your face. I know it kind of made me laugh, but yeah, so I'll try to get in a happier mood for maybe Sunday's video. Maybe do a little fun cover. Maybe some Bo Burnham. Just keep that in mind. I might do Bo Burnham for Sunday. So I'll see you Sunday, and hopefully I brought a smile to your face. Bye.